Good morning, Gulfport High. The closer we get to the end of the school year, the more there seems to be going on here at GHS. We're trying to keep you up on some things that are happening, so stay tuned. Here comes a new episode of Admiral Ocean.
If you're a regular viewer of Admiral Ocean, then by now you know the programs here and the academic institutes are constantly doing things that give students a real-world experience. Recently, students in the HHS Institute were given the chance to work with law enforcement, firefighters, and EMS from the city of Gulfport. It's the biggest learning experience many students have in the school year. Here's our reporter Haley with details about this learning opportunity.
The students in Law and Public Safety Year 2 and the students in Health Science Year 2 collaborated on a hazmat drill before we left for spring break. The students were using the skills they learned over the years. They collaborated with Gulfport Fire Department, Gulfport Police Department, Pofford EMS, and Harrison County Emergency Department. The students in Year 2 Law and Public Safety were broken up into different groups. One of the groups was an incident command, another group was leading students to safety, and another group were cleaning the students of any toxic gas. They also had students in different hazmat suits.
What stuck out the most to me was actually being able to see how the different groups of first responders work together and realizing how important each individual role is.
My role was Team A, Hazmat A. I brought all the victims out to decon, and from there, I went back in and brought all the victims out.
The students in Year 2 MedTech were putting to use the skills they learned over the 2 years. The students had to identify the most critical and the non-critical patients. They had to run triage in a hospital.
I was a transport officer. After the patients were triaged, I would basically take the patients that would need the most medical attention, and I would just transfer them over to the nurses.
I was a first responder. I was in the tent, and basically whenever the patient came onto our bed that we were assigned, you would check basic vitals, do things such as that, and then after that you would make sure that they were stable. It depends on if they were green, yellow, or red.
It was a wonderful way for the students to meet people in the fields that they want to get into.
I overlooked what the hazmat team did, hazmat team 1 and hazmat team 2. I recorded any actions that they did. For example, if they went in the structure, if they went outside, if they went to decon and all of that. So I mostly did the recording and overlooking of their actions.
This also shows students the type of pressure they would be under in these different fields. Overall, this was a great experience for the students.
Learning about how things will be in the real world after high school is more than just the experiences like the simulation drill we just showed you. Each year, the AIG hosts a reality fair for juniors and seniors called Rising Stars. In this event, students get to meet face-to-face with professionals who are running the businesses that make up the Gulf Coast. Reporter Johnny has a better look at what all goes on in this major AIG experience.
What are your plans after high school? Whether you're headed to college, entering the workforce, joining the military, or still figuring things out, Gulfport High School juniors and seniors take part in a special event each year designed to help them prepare for life after graduation. Seniors attended an engaging guest speaker session focused on the importance of mental health when navigating future decisions. The speaker emphasizes strategies for managing stress, making thoughtful choices, and handling difficult situations with resilience and self-awareness. Following the talk, students participated in a mock interview experience designed to prepare them for real-world job interviews. This hands-on activity gave them the opportunity to practice professional communication, build confidence, and receive constructive feedback to help them succeed in future career opportunities. Juniors took part in a fun and eye-opening reality fair where they got to meet with college and military recruiters. They had the chance to ask questions, learn about different options for after high school, and start thinking seriously about their future plans. It was a great way to explore what's out there and to get excited about what's next.
And today at Gulfport High, we're doing a career reality fair. We're learning about different career opportunities, career fields, colleges, and we're just getting to talk to a lot of professionals who get to tell us more about what's going on here today.
I'm looking at different colleges I may want to attend, or different companies or military.
And I'm here to learn about different career opportunities.
I'm Roth Coates, he, him from Tulane. I'm one of our assistant directors, and I get to recruit in Mississippi. I'm here to meet some of the wonderful students at Gulfport High School and talk to them about why Tulane is wonderful, why going to school in New Orleans is wonderful, and also how to make the best application possible for when I read it in the fall.
I'm here with the United States Marine Corps. I'm a recruiter here for Gulfport High School. What I'm here doing today is I'm trying to recruit the nation's finest. So if you see me at your high school, hey, come talk to me. I don't bite. I'll set you guys up for success coming into 2026.
As the day came to a close, students are left feeling more informed, empowered, and excited for what lies ahead. From exploring future pathways to sharpening real-world skills, Gulfport High's juniors and seniors are taking meaningful strides towards life beyond high school. With events like these, they're not only gaining knowledge, they're building the confidence to take on whatever comes next.
Gulfport High students have an opportunity to take a foreign language class. In fact, we offer French, Spanish, and the Mandarin Chinese classes. Students from these classes recently took what they've learned from and shared with the elementary school students here in Gulfport. Reporter Michelle has the story.
On April 22, 2025, GHS and Bayou Middle participated at an international festival at Pass Road Elementary. Students from the elementary school carried passports as they traveled around the world. The countries that participated were China, France, Russia, Germany, India, Canada, and different countries of Latin America.
Beginning of the international festival started in the fall semester. We started planning and coordinating with all the other language teachers, so like Miss Nikes for French, Miss Elias for ESL. We did some planning with Miss Lee, but then she couldn't make it, unfortunately. But we coordinated with Miss Elias, so she was Spanish. We also coordinated with the middle school. Me personally, when we attended the festival, I was dancing, so I was participating in the Spanish country aspect.
Friends came from Gulfport High by Miss Nikes' class, who took the elementary students through childhood songs like Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes and Old MacDonald Had a Farm in French.
I went to the international festival and we taught little kids like 1 through 3rd grade about numbers and head, shoulder, knees, and toes, and animals, simple things that the kids will already know, but we taught them to them in a different language, so they'll see like the difference and contrast between the different languages. And it was a lot of fun. I would definitely do it again, especially if you're in like a teaching career, if you want to get into that.
Latin America was brought by both the JHS and Bayou Middle School. Miss Lear's class did folkloric dances of countries like Honduras and Mexico because she believes that culture can be taught through music and dances. Ms. Risotto from Bayou Middle School brought presentations from every country that her students are from. Countries like Colombia, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica were represented at the festival.
So actually, we have been preparing this dance since back in September of 2024. Since we always do this like annual dance we do for Gulfport High, and we have prepared this in September, but we had got the opportunity to do it this month for Pass Road Elementary since they had their international festival. So we decided to, why not join in and enhance our culture into the little kids and show them what our culture is about, what type of dances we do, and all different genres we have.
China also came from DHS, from Ms. Gon's class. They engaged the students through didactic activities such as face painting, crafts, and learning Kung Fu.
So I taught the kids at the elementary school a little bit of Chinese, like basic phrases. And I thought it was really important for them, and I thought it was really great because I love sharing like the joy that I personally get from learning Chinese and just simple phrases, but not even just simple phrases, but like the culture aspect of like China and Chinese people. I just thought it's really beautiful and interesting to share to kids, specifically elementary school kids, to like teach them at a young age the different cultures of the world, specifically within China. So yeah.
I was teaching Kung Fu, and I wanted to teach Kung Fu because I seen the Hispanics doing soccer and USA doing football. So I decided to do Kung Fu for China.
So the point of the whole presentation was basically just to give kids a better understanding of what the other countries do around besides in the US and how we can broaden their horizon.
Like we said earlier, there are many things going on at this time of the school year. JHS Theater has been hard at work on their spring show, and it has already been getting rave reviews and pleasing crowds. Here's reporter Sam with the details about a show you do not want to miss.
Our very own Admiral Theater put on their first show, Mamma Mia. Over the past 4 months, these 35 performers have put in extensive hours perfecting their songs, scripts, props, costumes, and choreography.
It was kind of nerve-wracking, but I feel like it was great getting the set ready. It was so challenging. And really, it was just fun.
Their passion for performing led them to our award-winning theater program, which really let them have the opportunity to feel the spotlight.
It was really exciting. This is actually my first ever musical, so it's kind of nerve-wracking, having to perform in front of a bunch of people. But I think we prepared really well, and we've done so much. It's going to be great.
Now, if you missed last performance, there are plenty more performances this weekend, May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. I'm sure our performers are hoping to see you there.
Love machine? That's nothing. Honey, honey, let me feel it. Honey, honey. Honey, honey, don't conceal it. Honey, honey. The way you kiss goodnight. The way you hold me tight. I just wanna sing when you do your thing.
That's all the time we have for this episode.
There's still plenty going on, so make sure to catch our next episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.